First, let's welcome Brunswick County Sheriff John Ingram. Sheriff Ingram, thank you so much for joining us today. What a pleasure to have you. And I know that over these past couple of months, it's been really hard on you and your team. So I am so thankful that you took time out of your day to be with us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Well, you are quite welcome. I really want to talk to you today about your professional and your personal experience that you've had during Hurricane Florence. So I know you're glad the hurricane season's about over.
Very thankful. Very thankful.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would really like to start with your personal story. I understand that you had some real excitement that landed you at Novant Health right before the storm.
Yes, ma'am. A couple of years ago, I had kidney stones, and I went to Novant. Dr. Labachetta is my urologist, and she had helped me out. She was fantastic. And I started having a pain in an area that I felt like it was kidney stones. So I contacted her, and she had told me to come by the hospital. They were there. They had went into storm mode like everyone else in the county. And so I went in, and Dr. Hanna was in the ER, and he was taking care of me until Dr. Labachetta could come down. They did a CT scan, and Dr. Labachetta came in and she said, "Good news, bad news, you don't have kidney stones, but I think you might have appendicitis." And
she's so funny. I love her.
She's great. And my wife was with me, and we enjoy talking with her. She's fantastic.
She is.
So then she said, "I'm not the expert, you know, I need to get the surgeon down, Dr. Beninati." He came down. He was great, first time I'd ever met him. And he told me, you know, a couple of options that really were not working for me because I needed to get back out. I could not stay in there. So he said, you know, we can go ahead and get you in there. He said, we don't have anything else going on. All of us are here. And so we decided to move forward with the surgery.
Oh my goodness.
And he said that he could have me out, you know, shortly after the surgery.
Really?
He said he could guarantee me that I wouldn't bleed internally, but couldn't guarantee that I wouldn't bleed externally. I said, that works for me. So, and then I asked him, you know, just his sense of humor. I asked him, I said, "Now look," I said, "I don't know you." I said, you pretty good with these kind of surgeries?" He said, "Yeah." He said, I looked it up on YouTube last night. And I feel pretty good about it. I said, "You're my guy."
He's so funny.
He is. And so they took me back, and the anesthesiologist and the folks assisting him, they were fantastic, and that was the last thing I remember until they were waking me up.
Well, that's good.
But I can't say enough about the care and treatment, and I don't think it had anything to do with me being the sheriff or you know, my personal situation that I needed to get back out. I think it's the commitment that Novant Health and all of the folks there, are, you know, the commitment they have to the public and taking care of the people that come in for whatever reason, and it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. It's just a great group of people, and I feel very comfortable going there for anything. And especially now, I mean, he was able to get me on my feet. Everybody asked me, "Well, you know, how did you do that so quickly?"
I still can't believe you went right back to work. How long were you out of commission?
I think from the time they took me back until the time I was at the office was a little under 3 hours.
You've got to be kidding.
And my wife was there with me. She drove me.
Was she having a conniption fit?
She was doing. She held up well. She was my rock during all of that. But got me back to the office.
I'm sure she wanted to put you in the car and take you right home, but
she knew the situation though, and you know. During a situation like that, when the county needs me, I'm not going to be out of commission if I can help it at all, because that's my job. I'm there to take care of the county, and I didn't want people to know I was there. We kept it quiet.
Oh, I know, it was very quiet.
I didn't want people to think that I was going to be out of work or not involved in dealing with this storm and the aftermath at all. And fortunately, I was blessed with being able to, number one, have a reason that kind of made me go there in the first place, even though it wasn't really what I was thinking, because it could have been really bad. You know, if I'd have continued on, he said it could have ruptured, and then I may not have been able to get to the hospital given the circumstances of the storm, even with the resources that I would have had. So I'm very thankful that and blessed that I got to that point when I did, and to have a team in place that, like at Novant with Dr. Beninati and all of the group, the whole group there. I mean, they were fantastic. And again, I can't stress it enough. I don't think it has anything to do with me being the sheriff or who I am. I think it's just their commitment and their passion for taking care of this community, and I'm thankful we have them in place.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about your team and the amazing work that they did taking care of the folks in Brunswick County during that hurricane. Tell me a little bit about what all that entailed. What all did you have to do during that?
Well, naturally, we plan for things like this year-round, but during this storm, it was unlike anything I've ever seen. It has to be the most significant storm to hit this county since I've been alive, and it it cut our county up into 4 locations at one time. It was almost like 4 islands. But fortunately, we had planned enough in advance to have resources in those areas to be able to address whatever needs or concerns were going on. During the course of that storm, we had 6 different either vehicles or businesses or homes broken into by people trying to take advantage of the situation, and our deputies without fail made an arrest in each and every one of them. One person got away from us, and we were able to apprehend him the next day, and the only way we could get him to the detention center was flying with the helicopter, and we give him a first-class flight
special ride
to the detention center. But our folks, they were able to adapt to things that we had not anticipated before or had never seen before, and work flawlessly. I am so proud of the group of men and women that I work with and the other first responders. It's not just the sheriff's office.
Right.
We work hand in hand with emergency management and the EMS and the fire departments and all of the first responder community, the different departments within the county government coming together to make sure we work as a team. And I think that we demonstrated our commitment to taking care of this county and being able to work together to accomplish that mission. And I'm so proud of all of the efforts made by the men and women. And I saw folks in our agency that lost everything, lost their entire homes, and they never stopped working. That's what I think are the heroes. They never stopped working. They continued serving and protecting without regard for what they were going through personally.
Their own situations.
To make sure that the citizens of this county were taken care of, and I'm so proud of them.
And rightfully so. I've heard some of those stories, and it just brings tears to my eyes how they lost everything, but they were out there on the front lines working and letting their family and everybody else had to deal with it, but they did their job.
They did.
They did their job.
And we're blessed to have a group of men and women like that serving our community.
We are.
Not only in the sheriff's office, but all of our first responder community. And if you think about it, our various county departments, water department, they're still faced with a lot of challenges.
They're still out there working,
And we just have such a good group. And I have such confidence in our county manager, Ann Hardy. She does a fantastic job. She has to be one of the most dedicated professionals I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And our county commissioners working hand in hand to make sure that all of the efforts were supported. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, we are too. We are too. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here today. It's been a pleasure to have you. I love talking with you, and I want you to come back because you have such great stories, so I really want you to come back sometime.
Yes, ma'am.
But I wish you the best. I hope you're recuperating well and that you'll be fine, and hope for no more hurricanes this year. We'll see.
No more storms.
No more storms.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much, and please come back and visit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.